Alright, welcome to my crap session. Basically, this setup which I'm using, the dice throwing, I'm basically off a 5566. This 5566 setup works really well for me for when I'm gonna throw. Most of the time when I throw the yos, sometimes, and hard tens. So usually when I'm throwing tens, however, if I don't throw it right, I'm getting it to land. Actually, it rolls 4-1, which means, let's see here, means the dice aren't really doing what they're supposed to be. Well, let me see, 6-5. And I'm hitting the 1. So how can I hit a 1? Okay, well, it's rolling here, but on this dice roll, the 5, it turned, so the rotation is not quite the best. So all in all, throwing off a 6655 setup, I was able to throw an 11 and 12 the other day. 11 for my point. Actually, I rolled 11 for the point. I rolled 11 to hit it back on the point for crapless craps. And also, I was fortunate enough to hit the 12, in which the person had 500 on that, which turned it into 3,000. And they had the come out roll. I said I usually throw the yos. I threw it out, hit the yo, boom, one rotation, and ended up being a $1,500 hit. So it was a $15 roll off of that, 3,000 off of that, 4,500. Rolling off the 6655, I was able to hit a bunch of other points. However, this setup here, from at least when I was throwing in the casino, would not produce a 4. 4 was the point number that I was having a hard time. I was struggling with the 4. The 4 seemed to be a point, and I think for a lot of people, the 4 and 10, they just seem to have a mental block, like, oh shit, this is the 4, this is the 10, I'm not gonna hit that, you know. Some people do, and they think, oh, 6 and 8, easy, and then they usually can hit those. But you know, that's at least what I have to work on, and you know, I'll have to practice on doing, you know, a 6622. You know, I mean, it has all the combinations, 3, 1, but to get it to produce the 4 is where I have to work on. So anyways, a little bit about that dice session. I started out on a $20 12 hopping. That was a $600 hit. Boom, easy. Well, I called it. I called the 12. I hit it for 600. That was, the guy was playing the field, 200 out on the field. This setup on the 6655. Actually, it wasn't this. It was a 665 deuce 3. Right here, this 6253 setup. This setup right here, when I'm throwing it, it produces a lot of 9s, and it produces some 5s, and it produced 2 12s. Actually, I think I hit the 12 off of that. I think it was off that one, but you know. Another thing is, I recommend, a lot of people say, oh, you need to use the big dice. Get yourself some big dice. You don't need those. If you can get a good rotation on these smaller dice, it seems to work a lot better for me. And you know, it said, oh well, if we all could control the dice, we'd all be rich. Well, shit, let me tell you this. My system I've been working on, what I've been using, you know, I mean, it all depends on what your bankroll you can do. For example, with an $1,000 bankroll, let's take a look at it. You got $1,000 bank. Some people don't have $1,000 bankroll, so we'll just put in proportion. So if I have $1,000 bankroll and I have a quarter, that gives me a total of, you know, 20 bets on quarters, so 20. Now you usually got to be running pretty lucky, so you got to be selective on who you bet. Let me tell you the secret to the system. I watched a guy roll off. How did he hit the yo? A lot of people, they don't say, oh, how do you hit the yo? They don't tell you. They want to charge you. I'm going to tell you, this setup right here, this 6633V setup right here is a great setup for the yo. I hit the yo for a quarter. Okay? The yo hit for a quarter. Pressed it up to 100. This was a buying at 300. I mean, I got it. You know, you got to know when to quit. That's another episode. This is basically a summary of what happened. So 6-6. This is like dice setups, basically dice setups and you know, betting patterns. Now, what it is usually you hit it the quarter yo 11. Boom. You got 100 there. Okay. Hit it one more time. 1, 2, 300. So you got 300 there. You got 400 down. So you had a $1,000 buy-in. That's 300 there. You get a $50 12. 11 and 12s like to roll together sometimes. And what I found usually is certain people, I throw 12s, you know, once in a while. I can't say I'm a great 12 thrower, or else I'd be a lot, you know, I'd have a lot more money to show for it. But the key thing is knowing when to quit. If I knew when to quit, you know, and produce a bankroll. Basically, what I'm going to tell you is that on this system with the $1,000 bankroll, you can expect to get, you know, as long as you're running lucky. I mean, you got to be really, 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 really unlucky to not hit 2 yos, 2 11s. Most people, when they're running lucky, can hit 2 11s. So 300, 300. You hit it twice. You get yourself a $50 12, 900. 900, $1,000. You're 900. You made 1,900. I mean, the day is done. Easy, 1,000. And that's about where you're gonna run. You know, just basically only betting on that pattern. So, you know, here we go. Let me just try to shoot a yo from a short position away. But too much spin. Got an 8. But anyways, you know, try it again here. 6-6. 3V setup launch. Alright, 3-3V. Hard 4. Nah, dice just rolled off the table. I don't feel like getting. But anyways, the basic thing is that by practicing with the 6-6-5-5 setup on all these sessions, the scenario is somebody comes up to you, says how much they wager. You want to be able to hit those numbers, and that's what I was able to do. So I mean, the people that have systems where you're practicing to a box like this, I think it works good. And you know, this is about 10 minutes in. I don't know what more, you know, I talked about that betting strategy. Okay, as far as the hedge system, I'm going to tell you about the hedge system. On a $10 don't pass, a $10 9, I played for about an hour. And what I've seen, at most, I could take it up to about 10 to 20 to about 45, and taking in a bet here and there, so 20. But about 2 bets on a 5 or 9, you take it down. And with anything, what I found, you know, unless you get a really, really hot roll, 2 hits, you bring it down. And I haven't really heard anybody say, you know, when to bring it down. But I'm going by experience. 1, 2 is you could expect. 3 is a gift. And this is what I've learned. So, you know, basically learning on that. You know, that's basically the 11-12 system, and you can go broke pretty quick. The key thing is that, you know, you bet conservatively. You can use the standard count. Generally the rule is like this: if the person hits 2 points, they can hit 2 points. Say they hit their 6 and 8, they're probably going to throw 11. I promise. They usually, I can't promise, but I'm going to say they usually will hit an 11. Hit the 11, parlay, 100, 400, down. You get a 3, hit that, parlay, down. You can take it 100, 50, 50, hit it for 150, hit 200 down, 200 down. I mean, there's different ways to go, but basically the 6-5 system, simple. And you know, probably didn't need to talk about it for 10 minutes, but anyways, you know, this is the system. You can make money with it. You can clean the casino with it. you can clean them, man. They see you, they're gonna be like, oh shit, time to bring more chips. They're gonna see you and they're gonna wonder, oh, what the hell. So anyways, hope y'all clean the casino, and you know, take at least 1,000 from them each time you go, or if you're doing $100 buy-in, you can do 10. Hit it up as 30, 100. You make 100. Hit it again, 200. Hit it again, 300. Simple. Off of $100. You know, easy to cover 100 than it is 1,000. So start out with your 100, build it up, get your inside numbers, get some outside numbers after that. Get your hard ways for $1 each time you play, at least $1. If they hit, you can get your easy way bets off your hard way bets. You can take them half and half parlay system, and you know, that's my game. Hope you make money, and that's all from the Money Train. Peace.